just what, do certain people have specific roles, or?
Team's pretty small.
Yeah.
I guess the people I work with regularly who might not identify themselves as communities team but sort of very heavily involved in what I do stretches it out a little bit wider. So my immediate boss is Marcus Warren, who's editor of Telegraph UK, and above him is Eddie Russell, who's the digital director. But I work a lot with the technical side, so it's head of technical development, and one of our developers who built the blogs platform in WordPress. I've been working with a lot recently through that process. So they are doing much more of the technical side and supporting me and explaining to me what the differences are with different tools we might want to use. Then with moderation, there's 2 team leaders of the moderators, and then it's 5 moderators. Most of whom work remotely because they've got to cover so many hours, but they're based in a customer services team. But I tend to liaise with one of their leaders and filter stuff down to them. And that's kind of it, I guess. Doing specifically community stuff.
Well, does each blog get moderated, or do they go through and you've got like keywords that may put up a blog to be moderated?
We moderate different bits of the site in different ways. So on my Telegraph, everything is post-moderated, so it goes straight up, and then we rely on the community to complain about things. We do have a profanity filter, though we have hardly anything in it because we found that so many words, it's really, really difficult to ban a word. Even words that you think just can't possibly be used in a nice way. If somebody manages to do it, or it's in the middle of another word and it stars out. Exactly. So we've got practically, I think we've got 3 or 4 words in the profanity filter, but in general, stuff goes straight up. And we then rely on the community to help moderate stuff. And they're now actually pretty good at hitting report whenever they disagree with somebody, or in general they probably report stuff more than they just ignore it. And we're quite reliant on them to do that. Obviously, if there's a particular, I think of a good example, Baby P. The Baby P case was a really difficult one because you'll probably all be aware of the Facebook groups and the texting wanting to name the killers of Baby P. And it was such a huge story, but there was a court injunction that we couldn't name the killers and no newspapers could name the killers. And I think we all felt really strongly that we didn't want to do anything to damage that case, or we want our community to name themselves that case. Equally, we had a lot of community members who felt completely outraged that the press weren't naming the killers and thought it was some kind of conspiracy to hush up the names of these people who committed this appalling crime. So in the end, I put the names of the killers of Baby P into the fancy filter, so then when people started naming them, they'd start them out and they eventually gave up. And obviously there are ways around that, you just put space in it, as there are with all these things, but it did give us that extra level of support. And increasingly, that kind of technical assistance for moderation is really useful. On WordPress on the blogs platform, we have much more sophisticated spam filters and flagging up particular words, which users are really concerned about, to kind of surface that and make it easier to manage moderation. On the main site, so comments underneath articles, all of those are read before they go up. But that obviously, in terms of resource, limits how many you can have, and also makes the argument on the discussion quite stilted. So I'd like to move to post-moderation if we can, but it is quite difficult. I don't think anyone wants to kind of have people libeling anyone or threatening anyone or that kind of stuff. They absolutely want to stamp out. But in general, just deleting stuff or just stopping people publish things is only really half the battle. I find that doesn't work on its own. You have to encourage the constructive behaviour, constructive comments, and they might be criticisms. Might be, I think the journalist is talking a whole load of tosh and I can explain it as I know this and he's clearly an idiot. That's okay if they're attacking the argument. They're being constructively engaging in the conversation. They're welcome to disagree. It's when they start attacking each other or attacking individuals that we draw a line and try and stop it.
When you have a case like Baden where you have to take a stand against probably quite a lot of people who want you to do something you can't do, how do you mitigate that? And also, do you see a drop in people using the site as a result? Do they go somewhere else? They can't get there, as you say, when they're naming the killers, there's nothing a newspaper can do about that to stop that from happening. But do they go somewhere else? Do they leave the site?
I'm sure it's quite hard to measure if exactly when they leave the site. They all carried on blogging, pretty much, or the most vocal ones who were kind of complaining carried on blogging. They may well have gone to blogger.com and set up a blog and named the killer's baby P and kind of got it out of their system and come back. The difficult thing about that case, and it does come up every now and again, is we couldn't explain to them why. So normally when there's a reason for doing something that they might not like, we've had to temporarily disable some features of the site while we fix it or something. I'll go on and explain what we're doing and why we're doing it. In that case we couldn't. So we were stuck in this slightly awkward position of having to be really, really strict and not being able to engage with them about why. We just had to do it. And there does come the odd point like that where we think, well, we're hosting this site, we can just go somewhere else. Generally they don't. But they may go somewhere else as well. I'm under no illusion that the My Telegraph people are just My Telegraph people. I'm sure they're all kinds of communities. The odd one that pops up on Twitter, which is slightly surprising because I see their name in a slightly different context. But yeah, they're often active elsewhere, and that's fine. They're more than welcome to have their own blog. Some of them, in fact, have their own blog and then cross-post and do stuff on My Telegraph. My Telegraph gives them an audience and gives them the support of people who agree with them. Sometimes they attach a huge amount of importance to people being other Telegraph readers. But then on their own blog they're a little bit freer and they can do things that really recently legally couldn't let them do. They're pretty good.